Hi there, and welcome to this short training presentation I've put together. If you don't know me, my name is Adam Dowd. I run a digital marketing agency called Rowdy Digital, and we help real estate agents get more leads and become local famous using social media. What I want to share today, and I'm going to keep this as short as I possibly can, but I want to go over what I like to call ad campaign planning. Sort of to explain how we not only to explain how we do things with our clients, but also to give you a better idea of potentially what a well thought out, well laid out social media advertising plan could look like for you, and to be able to visualize, what that might look like over a 60-day period. I just have one extra slide here. So what we're going to cover is a 60-day marketing plan, like a sample one that I've put together with various campaign types, but they're typically what we use with our clients. I'm going to go over some suggested budgets because sometimes people seem to have this mistaken idea that you have to spend a heap of money on social media ads, and it's simply not the case. And I want to touch on a little bit about testing lead gen campaigns as well. So the goal here obviously is to use social media to bring in new leads and increase your brand recognition in your local area. But we do it in a way that really promotes you and your personality. And, we like to discuss with you what you're either currently known for in the area or what do you want to be known for in the area that you work in. And we go out and promote that, and we promote the results that you achieve for your clients, obviously with the goal of getting more clients. Now, I'm just going to get out of this presentation here. So the majority of this discussion is going to be done in a cost tracking and planning spreadsheet, which is what our clients use to track what campaigns they're running, when, and how much they're spending on a monthly basis. But I just want to use this to, run through this marketing plan. So over on the left-hand side here, you'll see, and I've just highlighted this one when it comes over, sorry for the delay, in red there. So we've got the ad campaign description. So for this example, and this is, like I said, this is an example. So you don't have to do this many, or you can do more. Like it totally depends on, the volume of activity in your business and your advertising budget. We're here to do whatever it is that you throw at us. But yeah, anyway, this is a really good, a really solid starting point, in my opinion, for someone who's coming on board, or if you just want to take, obviously, this plan and run with it yourself, also fine. So we've got three categories here. With this particular example, we're going to run lead gen campaigns to get seller leads. We're running lead gen campaigns to get buyer leads, and we're running a couple of brand awareness style campaigns as well. For instance, you might not want to run lead gen campaigns for buyers, and totally fine. So we don't do that. But in this example, I'm going to just have both running. Okay. So, sorry, what I've put underneath specifically the lead gen ones is there's 4 different offers here, and I call it offers or angles. And this is not like, click here for a market appraisal or something like that. We like to really work with our agents and come up with some unique and creative angles that people are going to react to better in their local market, and then obviously the agent is comfortable promoting as well. I've put 4 there because we always work with our agents to put our best foot forward, but what really counts is what the market reacts to best. So we have to test different things to see what that market is going to react to. It's good if we can have 4, 5, 6, whatever ideas. I've used 4 ideas here to start with, and we're going to test each one of them for a week and see which one works best with the local market. With the buyer campaigns, they're typically a little bit easier to run. So I've just got 2 different ones there, just for a bit of variety, so it doesn't get stale in people's social media news feeds. And here we've just got a couple of example style brand awareness campaigns. So this one is a recent sale. So, as an example, 123 Smith Street was sold for, a record price in the suburb, or was sold within 7 days of listing, or, something exceptional about that. Potentially you may have got a really nice client testimonial that we can promote, or simply an introduction to yourself. And what we're trying to do, what the aim there would be to increase, your relatability to your local market, to share something about yourself as a person, not as an agent, maybe. But again, you need to be comfortable with that. But just to promote your personality and how you like to work with people, and to position you as a knowledgeable and helpful human rather than, just another real estate agent. So the next step, I've gone ahead and just put in some budgets here as some examples. Hopefully this sort of illustrates how we'd run things. So for the lead gen campaign, you'll see here, well, like I said to you, we're testing each one of those for a week each. So the first offer we'd put $5 a day behind it. Next, week 2, we're testing the second one. Week 3, we're testing the third one. Week 4, we're testing the fourth. So that's just an example. You can condense all of those if you wish and run them all at the same time, and we'll still figure out which one works best. Obviously, you're just condensing that spend into that period, into a shorter window of time. Similarly, for lead gen buyers, I've also put a $5 2-week campaigns in there as well for those. For the brand awareness stuff, you really don't need to spend a lot to make some good traction. I always just put them there as $3 a day. Like I've said before, this is example budgets only. You can certainly spend more if, the audience size warrants that. But I definitely wouldn't recommend spending less. So that's the test. So this is what I really wanted to, just to make sure I cover off what I said I was going to. So we talked about the campaign types, suggested budgets. So I hope it's clear, and it will be with the next one also, but with the lead gen stuff, we really do need to see which one works best. And that's why we've structured things in that way for this example. And then, so when you move into month 2 and you've got the data from those 4 different offers, we go, right, offer 3, worked better. We got more leads, we got better clicks, whatever it was. Let's run with that one only. So you can see here in month 2, we're not doing anything with offers 1, 2, or 4. We might take offer 3 and start thinking of different angles around that particular offer, because obviously it's worked well. But, I've just put here a couple of 2-week long campaigns. Well, that's a little bit shorter. Maybe you do another one there. A couple of 2-week long campaigns here with a gap in the middle. Now, why do we put a gap in the middle? You don't have to. In this example, I do that just so that we're not, we want to be in people's news feeds on a regular basis. We obviously don't want to be annoying people. You can put a little gap in there and just give things a rest for a minute. You can conserve some ad spend, or you could just run it straight through if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend running a lead gen campaign for longer than a month. We'd need to be testing different offers and switching it up. But this gives you an example of what we can do. For the buyer stuff, in this example here, I've just done, I guess, a shorter style campaign in month 2 to continue to bring those buyer inquiries in. Buyer inquiries, just a side note, can be really good as well because, we often get buyer leads cheaper. But buyer leads often turn into seller leads sometimes too. So that's it's worthwhile doing. And then for the brand awareness stuff, we're just basically repeating that. So basically running, what have I done there? 9-ish, should be 10-day campaign. Anyway, 10-day campaigns running in series, so they're not overlapping each other. Therefore, what people are seeing in their news feeds is fresh. It doesn't get boring. We're not peppering them with the same thing over and over. And so, yeah, that's the goal behind that. And what did I do in this last one? Oh, yeah, sorry. So I've just skipped ahead. But anyway, that's the brand awareness stuff and the buyer leads. So look, I hope that sort of gives a bit better of an idea gives you a better idea of, potentially how we can structure things for you, or how you can also just go out and run this yourself if you're so inclined. But I'd say this is what I'd call probably a really solid starting point. We could probably scale it back and, remove a buyer campaign if you wish, and to conserve some of this ad spend. And sorry, I should also mention, so you can also see it at the bottom of this, for this sort of campaign, you'd be looking at, say, spending $370 a month, $340-ish, this is a little bit less. But if you said $350 on average a month, that's a really good starting point. Again, is dependent on, what's happening in your business, and if you're making lots of sales that we can promote, or whatever else. Just as an example, while I'm here, if you didn't want to do a buyer campaign, you could potentially bring that down to sort of the 250, 230 mark. Anyway, I hope that gives you a bit better of an insight about what you can do, about how we like to structure things for our clients. If you would like to talk to me, or you'd like any more information about our program, I'll put a link below this video somewhere. But apart from that, I hope it's helpful, and have a great day.